Last time here at PeakD&D, we started with a battle, and we fought the log, and the log won. But we beat the orcs. They were really dumb. They were falling all out of trees. They were throwing their axe down, and one ran underneath into their cave. We decided not to follow them because we were like, we got to get to the Bronze Gate. So we fought them. We figured it out, and then we kept going to the Bronze Gate. We kind of had like a rest period. We kind of found a clearing or whatever that we were able to have a rest. Julius talked to Inara about some religious stuff. Me and Oren kind of had a talk about one godstone, one's probably a godstone that's in his necklace, and we kind of had to talk about that. He's going to approach Inara about the one he has. And then the next day, we traveled the rest of the day all the way to and got to the Bronze Gate, and as we looked around the bluffs, we saw that it was under attack by a giant squid. And Inara's up for sushi.
Welcome back to the peak. Here we are. We are running down the hill. There is apparently a giant sea monster attacking Bronze Gate itself, the giant swinging gate fortress. And Inara has taken off running to join the fray, I suppose.
So, I mean, she wants sushi.
Questions.
She might just be hungry.
What do you guys do?
I mean, I guess I'm going to start following her, but as I run, I'm going to be like over the shoulder and be like, Oren, I'm a man of peace and the cloth. I don't know anything about war. Teach me war on the way there.
Gonna get a crash course as you're running down.
Correct.
All right. So there is a couple of things we have to spell out for the folks at home. This combat will not be a traditional round combat. This is going to be more of a skill challenge combat where I can describe some of the scene to give you guys an idea of what you might be able to do. But as you won't be able to just go up and punch a giant sea monster with giant tentacles that can take down towers, you're going to have to come up with a plan on how you want to help the elves fight this thing off. There's already sort of one ruined end of the giant bridge. Is about 500 meters across, so each side is 250-ish meters, and this one sort of stuck halfway open. This gate, and it looks like as you guys approach the scene, and you're still a bit of a jog to get out there if you needed to. It's you're looking down on the city. There's sort of a big cove that's defended by this gate. So you can get out there. You can decide to do any number of things. You tell me. I'll tell you then what skill check that would be. Or if you have a specific skill check in mind, you can also propose that. We're going to try to keep this thing moving. We are on a timer. So we have an hour of in game time, not game time, but table time, to resolve this situation. We can do any number of things. I will leave it up to you unless you want a little bit more information. Inara seems to be running to go join the fray. There are boats like departing, flying out. You can see like people running down because you have a sort of a higher vantage point that people are running down the bridge to the ruined part. There's like parapets and turrets and things around there, but I'm going to go ahead and set our clock and see how it goes.
I spent 58 minutes explaining war to Julius.
What are flannel lips? You keep yelling flannel lips, and I don't know what that means.
No, phalanx.
What flannel lips? Yes.
That just means get close to me. Let's like put our shields together.
I
You
don't
have
have
a
a
fire
shield.
shield. I have a shield. Yeah, but my shield can help you. That's the point. You help each other when we're in close, but that might not be the thing we need to do right now. War relies on logistics and resources and resupplying. Yeah. You're very good at healing, I think. You're also very good at turning into a bear. One of those things or helping someone else do the thing that they need to do is the thing you need to be doing right now. Yeah. Are you coming, Ravi? Ravi, are you coming? I'm not running away from you either.
Flannel lips, Ravi, flannel lips.
No. So at this point, you have run down. You're on a road now, a pretty well-established road at this point, and you are coming up to the city gates. This is called the Timber Gate. It's posted by two large trees on the side that are exceptionally tall, like the big trees you've just been in the forest. And you're making your way through the city. Where are you heading? There you see
Hey,
along the
wait
gates.
for me.
Okay. You do see along the gates there are like soldiers. There's a lot of activity. On there's a wall. The wall surrounds the whole city, and then it ends in the fortress of Bronze Gate. So you could do a very circuitous route around the perimeter of the city to join up with the big Bronze Gate out in the water, or because basically makes one big circle, or you can cut through town. What would you like to do?
Where did Inara go?
She has sort of stopped by the gate, and she's sort of taking it in. You do see a lot of activity too. Like it's a very busy city as well, but it's also got a strong. It seems to already have a very strong military presence, and you notice that a lot of people have like they're running down to the port. It's a little bit of pandemonium and chaos, but you do notice a lot of people are like have face paint, like war paint on or something, like half green and half blue, and they're like grabbing whatever weapons they have and are running down to the port to help in whatever manner they can. You do see some people like running inside and shutting the doors, and like the general populace, but the military especially seems to be rather organized in their response, and they are so the gates are open, right, as if it's like a normal day, but there's definitely activity, and you see people like moving up and down the walls.
We saw
Inara has hung back by the gate to see what you guys want to do.
On my way down, I was just like in shot. Everyone just started running, so I'm a little bit behind. But on my way down, I'm gonna like get my rapier out. My first actions of this whole thing while we're running, I'm gonna get my rapier out and do a 360. And while I'm doing the 360, I'm gonna cast Fire Shield on myself. And then when I land, I'm gonna cast Lightning Blade on myself. I know it's not combat, but that's how I get ready for this.
Okay. No, you can still do combat actions.
Yeah.
You just have to track like.
But I'm
time
like
a
on the
little
way
bit
down of like war. I'm gonna get ready for a battle.
Yes.
So those are my things. So for what it's worth, I'm gonna get my fire shield up and running, which gives me temporary hit points. And then I'm like, wait for me! In the words of Dragar, tonight we feast on sushi!
Excellent.
Crap, I only got 2 hit points.
can't wait to see that guy again. Can't wait to
Give
see
me
that guy
give me
again.
an influence check to see.
Me?
Yeah, as you're like sort of yelling your little personal battle cry here.
I mean, if we saw that, it'd be cool.
Oh, good thing it wasn't influence? 11.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of lost in the din of everything that's going on. You can see soldiers up on the gates are starting to form up and head out, and they're to the harbor, to the boats, get the ships.
Tonight we feast. No one's listening.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
Catch up, Ravi.
Inara says,
I'm trying to say something. God, I hate you guys.
Yeah, Inara says we have to make our way to the harbor. We can get
Where?
a ship.
Sorry, I'm here. I'm all fire shot. I had to get my fire shield and lighting up. What's happening?
No, you look great.
You look cool.
We can get a ship, or we can head through the Shield Valley, which is the section of town that is directly in front of you, down to the harbor.
Where do you think we would be most useful?
I don't particularly like ships.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
When we were at the top of the hill, we saw this giant tentacle attack this. The bronze
tower.
gate was half open, right? And
Yeah.
it was trying to close.
It looked like it was in the process of closing.
And
then
then
it
one of
grabbed
the
the tower.
towers on the thing collapsed.
Yeah, on the very end of the tower, like each tower has a big.
Like that's the hinge,
arm
right?
of the gate.
That's the hinge of the.
There's another tower on the hinges of the gate, and then they come together, and it's like 2 big
Fist.
towers.
So
that-
one of
that
the
close.
One of the
One
towers.
of these, as it was
Oh.
closing, this one got a little bit
Giant
behind.
tentacle.
Giant tentacle was grabbing onto
Oh,
it,
okay.
and you saw, and the tower
Okay.
just collapsed, and is now a
That's
heaping pile of ruins
gonna be
surrounded by
taxes.
tentacles.
A few things I might be interested in doing. One, I think, like just off the top of my head, getting that thing closed seems like an important piece of this.
Okay.
Also,
Yes.
what seems important is maybe we need to distract it in order to get this thing closed, potentially, if that's possible. And the other thing I would do if I saw someone that looked like they were barking orders at people, I would introduce myself. punch him in the face.
I'm in charge now.
I'd take their
Oh,
uniform.
it's the dip guy.
Oh, then it's totally on. But I would ask
My
them.
reputation precedes me.
I'd be looking out on our way to the harbor potentially to, I'd be like, I think we need to get this gate closed. We might need to distract it. If we see someone in charge, we should offer up where we can be of best help right now. And I do not want to let you out of my sight when you're asking how to war on the way down.
How do I war?
I don't know.
How does one war?
Okay, so make me, I guess, let's do...
This is a plan. This is my...
Yeah,
this is a
do,
plan.
Also
do an
influence.
investigation check to try to figure out, find somebody who's barking orders and might be, an officer of some kind. With my dice.
Yeah, do it.
Yes,
Watch what
please
happens.
Do.
Just please.
Just watch.
Please.
Just watch.
I didn't curse it.
19.
Hey, 19.
Hold on,
Excellent.
wait.
Yeah,
wait. Plus 1. Dirty
Plus
20. Thanks, Ben.
Dirty 20. You're welcome. I thought you could use it.
It's gonna fail
so
us
you
when we
see,
need it.
The most.
Yeah, you see down at the on the gate. There's sort of a guy who is
Just a guy.
just a guy. He's an elven soldier. He's got big pauldrons and a big bushy mustache on his definitely like a high-ranking officer.
And he says, "You there, all of everyone, down to the harbor quickly. We haven't time for this. We've got to get that gate shut."
And then he looks down. And he
Yeah, that's
sees
what you
you
were
guys
saying.
sort of like looking around. He goes,
"You able-bodied soldiers, come with us."
Yep. Sure.
Reinforcements are here, sir.
What's Inara doing?
She says,
Or what does she want? Like, what does she?
She says, "Are you taking the wall or the wall or through town?"
He goes, "I've got 2 brigades, one going through the town, one going on the walls. Whichever gets there first will help. Quickest."
On the walls. We don't have time to go through town.
Yeah, it's busy town. Walls seem better.
All right.
Walls.
Yeah, you guys can get up there's some stairs up, wooden stairs up the inside, and then you can get up and run down the walls with this.
Why isn't
platoon.
everything bronze as I walk up the stairs?
He says,
Run up the stairs.
yeah. He says,
Not every day we see outsiders here, but you're welcome nonetheless.
Yeah. Really? You want to have this conversation now?
I mean, I'm used to the finer things in life, and you're kind of scrimping on the stairs. Anyways,
I'm General Thaniel, and we're on the way. Let's go.
so you guys are booking it down the outside the walls. You can see
Orin, we're warring. I say that into your
We're
mind.
doing war.
If I can find a helmet or any sort of armor along the walls as we're running, I would love
just grab
to
shit,
find-
just put stuff on.
Not for me.
No, I'm cool.
I just picture you like put a helmet and just
swinging my nunchucks.
Yep. Let's, what? Call high or low, Orin. High or low.
Hi.
Oh, okay. You find like a lot of this stuff has been grabbed very quickly by a lot of people, and it seems like there's almost this it's high alert. Everyone, so there was no thought to some of these soldiers who were just in the barracks, and suddenly the alarm klaxons went off and they just grabbed wherever they could. You find a lot of shit just tipped over. Some of the all the good weapons are gone, but you find it's a nice pointy sort of elf helmet. It's got a big ding in the top of it. Someone's going through them and just fuck that, and then threw it and it hit the wall and bounced out in front of you. Because you guys have to go through there's turrets and things along the wall, so you go through some buildings that are barracks and various guard posts.
Here, put
so
that
you're
on.
able to
Here,
find
put that.
Julius, for the
not
love of
best
Ortor.
armor, but at least something. Yeah, so you now have a helmet on.
I put it on you. I don't know if you want it on you.
An elven guard.
Am I
helmet.
supposed to not see?
Yeah.
It's like
Is it
backwards.
Is it not backwards? This doesn't feel safe.
Make me an awareness check or an investigation check as you're passing through this barracks. Whoever wants to. Or we can do a group
What?
check. Let's do a group check.
I'm familiar enough with the barracks.
Yeah.
This is you outfitting him.
Let's all do an awareness
know what you-
and
I
or
don't-
investigation group check. Your choice.
Awareness or investigation? I think it's the same.
Yes.
I'm going to do investigation, and I have a 21.
21. Investigation.
12.
12?
Dirty 20 on awareness.
Dirty 20.
I'm focused on the helmet. Putting a little
strap.
little strap.
No, stop! I can do it myself. God.
Sorry, what
Worse
did you
than
get,
my mom.
Julius?
20 on awareness.
Oh, 20. Nice.
Ow, that's my beard.
Yeah. Oh.
And you awareness also.
21.
right?
No, investigation.
Investigation. Okay. So you see, you both notice. You're worried about the armor, but you see, like in these barracks, on some of the tables, there's like some of those face paints, those war paints, the green and the blue, are like sort of out on the tables.
Green
you see a
and
couple of
blue.
cans of paints. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Bronze Gate's colors.
Yeah. And so you notice, like, it looks like whatever face paint all these soldiers are wearing was put on very rapidly, like today.
Is it a squirt bottle?
It's not a squirt bottle. It's just like little cans of, paint with
okay.
little brushes sticking out of them.
Did it look
But
cool? The people that were wearing it?
Yeah, it looked really cool. Like some people took, like, there's like, curly cues, and like it's not just like one half of their face is green and red, and like
Do we really have time for like? Is it
We
time
have
for
to
face
continue.
painting?
We have time for this, real quick. I'm
but you
just gonna,
noticed it. That's
I'm
all.
just gonna grab both paintbrushes of both colors.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna go.
Nice. Okay. Fantastic.
How cool does it look on us?
It's a bit.
Do I need a roll
slapdash.
for anything? Is that, I
No,
don't know
not
if
for
that's
that
a
one.
roll.
I mean,
Cool.
I think you just do it successfully.
So I just do that, and then I go. Let's go.
Fair enough. And you guys are keeping up with the.
I wanted
the
to be a
soldier-
cat.
I wanted a face paint. All right. So you guys are.
I didn't go to
heading-
art school.
It
Heading
helps
out,
determine
keeping
who's
up
on
with
whose
the-
side. That's the reason that we do this sometimes. It helps that you know that we're all on the same team here, or else they'd think maybe we were on
We're
a
on
different
the
team.
same team.
Yeah, but the green and blue, that's important. That's an important part of this.
Oh,
It
okay.
shows that we're all on the same team, that we're fighting.
Are we fighting the red and
We'll find out, I guess.
purples?
No, we're fighting the sea monster.
What color is a sea monster?
We don't know yet. We haven't gotten that far. But
Who
Its
painted
face
green
is
face?
underwater, so we have to figure
the
that.
blue and green
I'm
part.
very confused by the face painting in this war, but go on.
All right. So I need everyone to make an athletics group athletics check to keep up with the elves.
Oh,
They are
gosh.
making good time down the walls, down the wall walkway.
Athletics,
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Baba Booey.
17.
16.
17, 16. That is all good enough. You guys are keeping pace with these dudes, and I should probably roll for Inara as well. Huh? Yeah?
Like
Roll
jumping
for-
over ballistas and like
Fantastic. Oh, she rolled a
twir-
17.
I like
so that's
twirling
a-
around like people that are in my
Yeah,
way.
19 for her.
All
Nice.
fire shielded up,
fire-
lightning bladed.
Oh
Going.
yeah. Everyone's just like, who's that guy? He's
Yeah.
cool.
Ravi going.
Yeah. So the walls are, sort of going. You
I
can't
look
really see
cool.
out to the gate now. You're now like at sea level ish. Like you're other than the height of the gate, so you can't see as good of a view as you had before. But you do see, you can see sort of the harbor town. You're coming up on the port, and you do see a lot of ships have headed out. Like sort of, they're almost forming a phalanx, if you will, like a
Flannel lips
formation
on water?
to sort of like
Like that.
They're almost forming a barricade to fill in the gap. You see them sort of like forming up on the maybe it's a couple hundred, maybe 100 feet between the two towers, like that would have been closed had the gates completely shut. But it seems like there are the other gate is completely closed. The other one is now like out about 100 or so feet. It looks like they're trying to, and you guys are going to approach on the broken gate side.
Sweet.
Yeah. So you'll head out there if that's where you're going. That seems to be where these guys are going. And you are heading down this gate. Make me one more athletics check. Group check.
Not as good.
Better.
Athletics.
24.
24,
14.
14,
16 again.
16.
I saw you twirling around and doing the things, and so I start twirling around and doing
Yeah.
the things.
Fantastic. You 2 successes. So the group keeps up. Ravi falls a little bit behind, but he trips a little bit as he's like looking around and doing all
too
this.
many twirls.
Yeah, parkouring off tables.
It's on the rage at the Citadel.
But not right now, Robbie.
Yeah, I don't know. And
It looks so cool though. I'm gonna be on the TikToks.
you see that. Roll me one more. Anyone doing anything because you're about to hit
I-
like the edge of the gate, like to go out onto the water.
Yeah, I mean, have there been like injured people that we are running past? Or
You've seen a few like coming back the other way. A few like medical stretchers have been. You see, it's mostly soldiery, but there's also like just able-bodied people from the streets. Like there's dudes carrying like rolling pins and
you fit
spears
right
and
in.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Look at my
And
dead
there's-
helmet.
yeah.
Yeah. So like if we're the next like stretcher that I see go past, I will just like heal via a spell as we're running by.
Just drive by.
Drive by healing.
Drive by healing, exactly.
Drive-by healing. It was a drive-by fruiting.
Exactly.
Delightful. Okay, fantastic. I love that.
The only way
of
in assisting that is just me trying to explain to Julius that is part of war, is the idea of like
People being hurt?
healing people, getting the injured off the front lines, healing people, behind the front lines, replenishing supply lines. Like that's the major part of victory is all of that stuff. So that's the stuff
I could
that
be
you
good at that,
Yeah, and I think you should focus on that stuff.
but I don't think I'm going to be able to close this door.
Okay. So you
The
are
big
in.
gate?
Yeah. So you are in. Now you are in the large, like sort of, the central pillar, that the pivot pillar, right? The whole thing closes on around this thing. So it's a giant. It is a giant wheelhouse. It's full of these giant bronze gears, and you see like there's like some gnomes. You see climbing up and down ladders. Some elves helping them out. Like they're trying to fix this tower. Like you can see they are just frantically like banging on stuff, and there's like like the cartoon pipes that are just like full of steam, and they like break. They're busting apart. It's a rather ridiculous scene. You can attempt to try to fix the gate here if you want to help in that action. I will let you guys use the help action to let them roll to fix it. If you want to try to intervene otherwise, to figure it out, see if you can figure out how to fix it, you can do that as well. Or you can keep going with the soldiery. And Inara seems to be deferring to you guys.
It
She
looks
wants
very
to stick with you.
It looks
seems
very
like.
clockworky, mechanical kind of
Yeah,
in
it's like
terms
a-
of fixing this thing.
It's a big gear house. Like it's a thing that moves a giant fortress out into the water.
It seems like your jam, right?
Well, no, initially it seemed like some brute force pulling the gate closed kind of deal, but this is not my wheelhouse. You there, gnome sir?
Hello?
Yeah, that's all I want. That's just what I want. Right now.
Come on, we got a lot of shit to do, man. I'm trying to get this fucking gate closed.
How can I help? How complicated is this?
Well, we're trying to get manually restarted again. If you want to push, you can push. There's a lot of springs and things we have to put in there first, so, you want to push?
Well, I can push.
Some of the other big guys are pushing.
How long do you think until you can get this thing up and running again?
We need about...
I bet talking to him's helping.
I only need about 2 minutes.
What
We're almost
is-
there. We've
is the only
replaced a
thing-
lot of the broken gears.
Did we see the tentacle like holding on to this thing too right
Yeah,
now?
it's
Is
definitely
that-
like it was slowing down. You can see there's not too many like about another 200 meters, let's say, like 2 football fields. It's a pretty long way, right? More or less, metric, imperial, whatever. Like you can see there's smoke and stuff rising up from the tower, so it's a little obscured, but you can see like people running into battle, and like there's access to this thing from that level if you wanted to like fight it. It seems like there's a lot of people manning the walls and trying to, but it seems like the key focus right now in this moment is that they are trying to get this gate closed so they can hopefully keep it from getting beyond the gate. They seem to have it. Whatever that creature is, it is like standing at. It is preoccupied with its efforts at the gate.
I'm happy to lend in a good push, but I also think just buying this team of gnomes more time might be more beneficial. But if there's something that I can like add some kinetic potential energy to.
Yeah, so you do see down in the wheelhouse, like it goes down a bit. You're like sort of entered at an upper level, and it goes down. You can see this giant piston and all these big gears. You see down there with a bunch of like wood spars, these like large soldiery dudes. There's a couple of half orcs. There's like some more elves. There's even like a big dude with an elephant head, like down there, and they are like putting these giant wooden spars into these holes and spokes of this giant gear. They're about to start pushing. So you could help in that effect if you wanted to like physically try to help.
Fellas, I'll be right back.
All right.
My strength is needed, and I'd like to fireman pole down my way.
Totally. Yeah.
to
There's
this
like
thing.
the spriggets and sprockets and everything, and there's a big.
So much for my defender.
Before Orin, yeah, I know he's a great bodyguard.
I said I'd be right
before
back.
Yeah. Are you gonna climb back up the pole? Before you are more than 5 spaces away, I am going to use 1 mana point and cast the cantrip of guidance on you and sustain it for a minute. So
Nice.
you have a D8 to all of your checks.
For me.
Yeah.
You have the guidance. All right. I'm going to need to make you. You're going to need to make me an athletics check
I'm going to make you an athletics check.
to help with this. Because you have some strong people helping you, you do have advantage on this roll, and you're blessed. But it is a very
Or
difficult gear to
guidance.
getting going.
Okay.
What?
I don't know. There's a lot of things. I have a bless and I have advantage.
The DC on this is high.
Yeah.
So you want
Don't-
like roll out.
What are those things? What were
Wooden
they?
spar.
Like,
It's like a big wooden pole. Essentially.
Yeah, it's like
a
it's,
big
it's when
stick.
it's
give
when-
me a pole. Let me help.
a spar.
Giant
what it's called.
stick.
I mean, you got the 8.
Plus 13 plus 8.
Plus whatever your
Yeah. Help me do my math. 21. Dirty 21.
Okay.
It's always dirty.
Plus what? I'm sorry. Athletics.
Plus
26.
26. Excellent. You needed a 25 to get this going.
Out
so
of
you
my way,
guys are
half
able to
orc.
go.
An elephant.
You guys hear it goes you feel
What's
this
an
gear like
elephant?
sort of shifts
Olifant?
and you hear this like metal on metal sort of screeching sound for a second
Oh.
and the whole tower just rings like a bell and suddenly you hear and the whole machinery starts going again and you feel your sort of point of view shift as you feel the whole tower and the attached fortress wall like sort of like shift back into position, and it closes that last little bit. Now the tower is still in ruins, so this whatever this creature is out there could potentially get under it or out over it in some way. But for now, it does not have easy line of attack to the city itself. So that has changed a couple of things in this encounter that will make it more difficult for him to get past you, the creature. So you can, success. Well done, team.
Is there a way for me to get back up, or am I?
Yeah, no, there's like a spiral staircase up the side again. You can get back up to where the parapets are with your, to the level that enters onto the wall itself from where you guys are. So we can, we're going to pretend that this wall extends far more and that little section over there is the end of the wheelhouse. So if you wanted to put yourselves there, we're now in the minis stage of things. And we need some dudes on the place. Okay.
Follow me, Inara. I'll keep you safe.
All right. Put these guys out on the wall, if you would, for me. And then this is General Thaniel.
Just anywhere?
Yeah, they're sort of on the walls, getting ready, awaiting orders as well. They can help you if you are making an attack. There is in both of these little
Why is he
bump outs.
Because he's chilling, man.
It's just laid back, man.
He's got his gangster.
Listen,
lean.
I can't. I don't control the rate at which ankles break.
Straight
It's the
leaning.
Elvish. It's the Elvish lean.
Great. All
I threw my back out last night.
So we are going to roll a percentage. Ooh,
So now we see
Excellent.
the tentacle around the ruined part of the tower.
yeah. So you guys are. I'll say that this is like if you want to, we've covered that distance. The wall is much longer than it normally would be, but we'll say that is like a secondary turret halfway down.
Sure.
Kind of thing. And you do see this ruin of a parapet, and you see a giant monster that has wriggled its way out of the of this mess, and it's sort of wrapped around this tower. And that's the tentacle that you can
Can't see it.
They're Team Purple.
Oh, they can't see it. Yeah,
Team
right.
Purple.
Adjust
Okay.
the camera. Adjust the camera.
What?
Get the guy in there. There he is. Sweet.
Are you good with that? Would you like to?
I'm fine.
Mhm.
I'm fine with that. That's great. Excellent. So yeah, this thing is definitely still attacking the tower. There's a few folks probably up, in that area. They're fighting. They've all fallen back to sort of where this is. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? So you do have, there's on these two little alcoves here, there are, I don't have minis for them. I apologize. I apologize for the crudity and scale of this model.
God.
There's two like giant ballistas, like big fucking crossbows that you sit in and aim like chairs. Looks like they're made to go out over the walls, obviously, like turning them entirely sideways will be very difficult to do. They could potentially have sight on this guy. I will give everyone a chance to act. So we're not technically in rounds, but everyone will get an action, something they want to do before this thing moves, and then it'll move basically at the end. They're pseudo rounds, but they're combat rounds. They're non-combat rounds, I should say. Not under the same auspices of combat per se,
Okay.
because the actions you can do are basically outside of combat as well, I guess. You have 30 minutes left.
I was gonna ask.
Oh, come on.
Great. Are they like spinning these crossbow-looking things around to shoot?
These guys
at?
got here. It looks like these are like reinforcements, and most of the other people on the walls have either been killed or have retreated. So this is like the first thing. General Thaniel seems to be pointing at them, and anyone who wishes to operate a ballista can, or you can assign some of these guys to go do that if you would like to. That would be an action to give them an order.
This might be my first instinct here. I'd love to command everyone where to hit this monster, maybe, like if I see bows and ballistas, but I don't know enough about the monster, and I do have Know Thy Enemy. I know it takes around a minute, but I might try to study this thing just for a second in terms of its physical defense. It's physical defense and it's PDR. I know that this says might, agility, PD, PDR, HP, higher or lower, the same, but what I'm trying to really look for is like, where can I expose this thing? Where is its weakness? That's what I'm looking for as quick as I possibly can.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm gonna be like, Ravi, check this out. I'm gonna bless us, and then I'm gonna be like, go run and get into one of the other seats. And then I say we both go run in the seats and be like, aim us toward the thing.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
You
I was
want
gonna be
the-
like, yeah, I was gonna tell the elf, like, I'd be like, you and you with me, and then I was gonna jump in or try to turn it with them, and then jump in.
Yeah, that's absolutely doable.
I'm gonna
Let's-
run to this one.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm gonna bless us and run to the other one.
And I'd like to run up with Ravi close to it.
Yeah.
But
I'll say you have
studying it.
to get pretty close to
Yeah.
see it up close
Yeah.
and see how it moves and see where the breaks in its sectioned armor. We'll say that's a purple worm, but just imagine it's a really giant tentacle with a bunch of claws on the front.
Does it look
But
like the
it's
ballistas can go down? Angle down.
Yeah, they're sort of like, I would say they're up on pedestals so you can like see over those walls.
But can you
Obviously,
angle them down?
Not to
Find out.
look around, find out. Yes, you can. You can.
Because I feel like this is just a tentacle. Like there's more of it
Yeah.
down.
So you guys are not.
Well,
yeah.
you're blessed, and you can organize your team how you want. I'm gonna shoot
Yeah.
this tentacle.
So this wall, like, it sticks out from the water. Like, I just didn't have enough models to
Right.
build it up. But so you guys are like, you can aim it down. And that was probably, at least to a certain extent, an ability of those ballistas in case like a ship came right up to the gate
Right.
and they wanted to shoot down on it.
Right.
So we'll say it has a pretty good range of motion. Just can't go more than like 180 degrees
Sure.
straight down
Sure.
the wall. Okay. Has everyone has acted except you guys have not shot ballistas. So what I need
we
you
have to
to
turn them
do-
first, though,
Um.
right? Aren't they like out?
Correct.
So we have to turn them first. That's I think what we were doing.
Yeah. Correct.
And I'm hoping to find out information.
Yeah, we'll say
about
we're
it.
moving them this time, and then they're pretty heavy things. So we'll say the next round of actions you can aim and shoot. All right. So Orin sees this thing sort of its action, I guess. You see this thing sort of clipping around on this ship. It's grabbing chunks of rock and hurling them off. This thing is very good at tearing buildings apart, like as a siege type monster. It is very good at that. But you start to get the impression that it would be vulnerable to like piercing attacks and sharp, it probably can't do as much damage to like an individual. It's probably all like area of effect, like it's gonna slap things down, and people who are caught in the aftermath are really the people that are gonna get hurt. It's not gonna like fight one-on-one with somebody. It's like, so you think that the idea to spread out is a good idea, and don't clump together and don't stand in like a line of like where it could just slap a bunch of people. So that's sort of what you gather as you look around it. It is like, it's a very heavy, thick, like almost carapaced arm that it has, like sort of like the way this purple worm looks. It's like sectioned, kind of armored chitinous type thing. So you think in between the plates is a good place to aim, and that might be kind of hard because it's moving around. And as you think that, you see that tentacle sort of uncoil itself and slip beneath the water.
Oh.
And you see a second tentacle come up over sort of right in front of this.
Shit!
This tentacle, yeah. So you see a second
You're
tentacle
looking
sort of
down too.
Yeah, so it's coming like right up.
Yeah, you guys are safe behind the parapet there. It can't quite reach over to where all of you are, but it will reach in between them, and it'll hit General Thaniel and
Lean back guy?
The guy on the outside there that's sort of maneuvering the ballista into place.
Looks like he's ducking out of the way from it.
Also, Inara should have had an action, and I'm going to let you guys control Inara if you want her to do anything. She does have various options of things that she could do. Not the least of which would be to announce herself as the Oracle. That she be, who they just think she's some lady. Like they don't. Over here, she's from Gold Point. Like Bronze Gate is pretty far away from there. Like they know the new Oracle is there. Anyway.
I'm
That
the
is an
Oracle.
option.
I'm the Oracle.
Skipping down the walls.
All right, so then
Don't worry. I'm the Oracle.
So you see this tentacle slam down
If you want to put her right there.
across the way.
Oh God, we need a new oracle.
No, she's with me.
Yeah, and it does a certain amount of damage. It does knock both of those guys over. The guy on the ballista is dead. The general does not. He's just like smashed completely. He got hit by the actual tentacle and all the spikes and stuff on it. The general got sort of a glancing blow and got knocked over more with like percussive force than anything. And there's now a little bit of cracked stone across that part of the wall. It's not completely gone or anything like that, but it is
In the mouth.
certainly the worse for wear. Okay, you now have an act, and this thing once it slaps the wall, it rears up again and like it's doing something else.
Shoot!
You guys are up again. What are you doing?
Okay.
I'm shooting.
Shoot!
I didn't have to move it very far, actually.
I know.
We'll say that because you have help, you have advantage on this attack. So go ahead and make me an attack check.
Plus a D4 for the blesses.
Plus D4 from Bless.
Okay. Do I add my attack? Do I add my bonuses?
Yeah, we'll say your attack bonus.
The heck?
It was a 4.
Doesn't count. I have to roll it again. What did I just roll?
Don't look at me, man. I got an 18.
Rolling
18.
again. Not as good. I also got an 18.
Excellent. So you guys loose these, giant spears at this thing. You feel the chair like rocks back as this twang like fires it, and you hit it. And you, we'll say that Orin, you passed along that information about like hit it between the plates, like aim for.
I want it. I do want it. I had some other.
Do you have some other things you want to do?
Well, kind of. That yelling that was one of the things.
Great.
I wanted to yell spread out. I wanted to yell it's weak between the plates, but I don't know that any plate's exposed right now. So I was gonna try and. I don't know how I can expose a plate other than to get up on it and try and pry a plate off of it. And so I would see if I can rodeo this thing.
Wait till after we shoot.
Okay.
I know.
Well,
I know.
18 is what you need to hit it. Its PD would go down if you knew where to aim. So that's the only reason I asked that.
Not this round. I think it
but
just
not this
shot
round.
up, and I was like, "Patoo!"
You're just like, oh, worm.
Yeah.
Tentacle monster. It's not a purple worm. Anyway. Okay.
Oh, between the plates. Reload.
So yeah, it does. Both of those end up sinking in, and this thing rears back the tentacle, and you do a significant amount of damage to it. You can see like it tears out a chunk of the carapace, and it's
Nice.
spraying like sort of green, blue, aquamarine blood.
Why are we?
Wait a second.
Let's dye ourselves in this.
I thought that's what we do. War's fun.
And you
again.
hear the cheer from the sort of from all around, from like the ships behind you. Like everybody sees this thing get hit, and there's just a massive cheer goes up from everybody.
Hurrah!
And there was like, ah! It was just really exhilarating as soon as those spears hit home into the giant tentacle thing, and it rears back. And yes, you have successfully done a good amount of damage to it. You think it would probably take a few more of those to actually like do anything to it. And at that point, let's see, the other guys are going to go. The general stands up and he throws a spell, and you see an explosion of fire at the tip of the mandible. I don't know, the
Tentacle?
The tentacle, and a giant fireball erupts at the top of this thing, and it needs to make. And it takes a bunch of fire damage, and this thing, and you see it again rear back again, and you hear another cheer go up like, ah! And the general is ha ha, what, and all that.
Take that, you beast!
And the other guys are gonna help you all to maintain
Reload.
this. Yeah.
My thought is if there are some of these big spears from the giant crossbow ballista.
Oh yeah, there's like a whole rack of them behind each one.
My thing, like, are we able to just hit them between the plates, or is ripping a plate off seem like that's the way to do it? My first thought is we should attach some ropes maybe to these things so that we can then pull, potentially like sink an arrow into the plate and pull it off to get like this thing more exposed, so then we can get our fire like centrally located on this thing. That's my first thought.
Sure. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and make me.
I mean, I'd attach a rope to Ravi's next.
Yeah.
thing.
Just make like okay. Yeah. You want to shoot one in with a rope attached to it? Okay.
Yeah, or
Great.
if they're right there, I might
We'll
try
say-
and pull one too.
Yeah. Why
depending on
don't
how
you
close.
spend your turn? You can do that. Like to prep that for the next, like tie the rope around it. And if you want to shout any of the other information out as you're doing that, you can.
Yeah.
We'll say that as well.
We need to expose the plate. Like, we need to get a plate of this armor that that this thing is off, and then we need to central our fire in that area.
Right.
My words escape me.
Perfect.
That's very clear, Commander. Very clear.
On
Just
a
reload.
natural 20, you see Inara look up to the ruined tower, and she says, "Look out, boys! We've got company!" And you see creeping up the side of the tower and taking up position are these
More
kind of
Sahagins?
blue-skinned. Now these seem to be elves of some kind with blue skin and like long, sort of webbed hands and ears.
Like this?
Yeah, so they're sort of crawling up that direction.
See? Different war paint. They're enemies.
What color is theirs?
They're
They
are
have
blue.
purple stripes across their
okay.
face, like they purple paint.
But apparently the tentacle's on our side because green and blue.
Oh, it's a big misunderstanding, Mr. Tentacle or Mrs. Tentacle. I don't know.
I don't know how you identify.
I don't know. Maybe it's
tentacle.
maybe it's a mama, maybe it's not.
I speak tentacle.
So that is you see some elves do with looks like purple paint or blood or something on their faces, and they are closing in on your position as well. Then at the, let's see, the tentacle, he uses a slam attack. He's not going to move. Okay, so then who is up next? Who wants to go? You guys are up now.
I would have been tying a rope to Ravi's next arrow and explaining that I think that we can use it to pull the plate off or keep this tentacle at least out of the water so we can attack it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if I saw those things also, is that part of the same gate or is it a different gate?
That's the end of this gate. So now that
That
it's
is now
closed,
closed.
Okay.
there's like another gate right
Part-
next to
okay,
it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a solid tower and
Yeah.
wall that like meets up with that one. The other one is, taller, obviously. There's like a big parapet kind of thing next to it. They sort of came up the wrecked side of it out of the water.
I mean, how much does it take to reload this ballista? Like, what does it take?
Orin got your next thing ready, so you can fire this round. And Orin, you can do something else. You can help with the ballista because you spent your last turn like tying the rope ready, and you can get ready to brace the rope. You can go engage these guys on the tower. You can, I don't know, you could try to ride it like a sandworm. Whatever you want, man.
Well, my
Like
first thought was to rodeo it to pull a thing off,
slim-
but I'm going to try the rope thing.
Okay.
Fire!
So when you fire yours, go ahead and make.
I'm holding on to the
make another attack check with advantage. 'cause you
And
still have
bless. Right?
Yeah, you still got
help.
plus.
And bless, yeah.
No. That's a 13. That was a horrible roll.
The rope just really kind of throws it off. It's just
I was
it's
holding
not
on to
quite
it too
like,
This
tight.
wasn't a good idea.
It
Did you just
goes
go
true,
flying
but it just
too?
sort of slowed down just enough to not just to ping off the thing, and it falls.
I wasn't supposed to go with it.
I tied it to my ankle somehow.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's probably fine. Okay. So that was not successful. Max,
That was
what
a
are you
bust.
doing?
Let's not do that
Julius,
again.
What is Julius doing?
I mean, have they reloaded?
Yeah,
this one,
they're
or
ready to
they-
reload, and you can go. If you were doing this by yourself, it would be like every other turn you could
Right,
do
but
it.
since I have people, and
Since
how
you
many
have people.
people are down here?
It looks like more and more are
Coming up?
Coming up.
All
through
right,
the
so
gate,
I'm gonna
you have
fire
more
this one
reinforcements.
because it's fun, and then I'm gonna hop off and make my way towards the intruders.
Okay, great. So go ahead and roll an
I
attack.
thought you said you weren't good at war.
I'm really good at
I
tentacle
have a
war.
helmet now.
Oh
It was the helmet. It was a helm of brilliance, and you didn't even know it.
man, double 19 on the advantages. So 25.
Nice.
You need a
yes.
double 19 on
You
disadvantage.
easily find a nice spot towards the base of this tentacle, and you just slam it for what would be a pretty do more damage, a heavy hit, as a matter of fact. So this thing is looking a little worse for wear. Not great.
And then I give up my seat. I'm like,
Tentac-
no, you can do it. It's easy.
You
Just
can do it. Okay,
just
so
press
they,
this
they
button.
will go next turn on the defender's turn, and you guys are sort of acting individually.
How far do you get?
Well, you can get up to the tower and do what you say you're going to do. If you're going to engage these guys, or just sort of keep them at a distance, because they're probably going to move down.
what kind of weapon
into
do
that
they
place.
have?
They have these kind of what they look like barbed,
Spear
bone-looking
type things?
spears. Yeah, they look
I
like.
kind of want to be up by where Orin's at. I'm gonna
Yeah, he's really
put on
good.
show here in a
with that.
second.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. All right, so now it is Defender's turn. So the general is going to throw another spell. This time it looks like some kind of electrical energy, lightning, or something flies from his fingers. And roll some dice about it. That was terrible. Great. Well, they both rolled like poo. So that manages to do at least a little bit of damage. Yes. And you see, again, like every time you guys are hitting this thing, like you hear echoing throughout the bay and into like just people are like, ah! And you see some ships are coming closer now. I need to roll for that as well. Oh. No, that's a
I wonder if we
10.
can use like 2 ballistas and then like tie ropes together to them, and then some weight of some. Can we like use the weight of this like tower to have it like pull itself, like pull the tower, like pull the stuff down on itself? Can we have this thing just destroy itself somehow through the weight of this giant gate or the like ruin? You know what I'm saying?
No.
You can make a check about it. Make a, what do you want to do? Awareness? Investigation.
I'm a little distracted.
Survival?
I'm wondering. Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering plans, but there's chaos going on around me, and I feel like I'm distracted now.
How
by
is
the
it going
blue
to
guys.
destroy itself?
Well, if we could like pull the if we could like get it to pull down the right thing on itself, you know, like
I think that's a bad idea.
yeah, I don't know.
Make me an investigation check.
Like we can't defeat it, but maybe we can have it defeat itself. No, 7.
7. There might be something to that. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, yeah, if it could just kill itself, that'd be great. We'd love that.
How do you?
Wow.
What are you?
I roll for having
Do
it
you-
kill
no.
itself.
Yeah, you just gonna shame it on
Maybe-
social media? What are you gonna do?
Maybe kill yourself, monster.
We're like over here on this tower. Pull this
No,
tower
we love
down.
you. We love you.
I don't think we want to destroy more of the towers.
Better towers than people.
Yes. All right. Then. All right. We are at 12 minutes left. So we'll keep
Great.
this baby moving. It's the defender's turn. He did some more damage. Those guys will go next time on their ballista. Then this guy's going to slip back into the water. This one comes up here.
Oh God! Gross!
How did I do that? Was there a guy?
it was
in
his
there?
guy,
yeah,
yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that.
I put the dead guy in his
Oh,
mouth.
okay.
Oh, you just hit Ravi.
Sick.
Gross. You're covered in.
I
oh,
live for this.
more paint.
More paint.
No, no.
Yes. All right.
This beats the gin.
So these guys are starting to pull out what looks like, slings or something. Like they're going to fire a volley down on you guys.
That's probably fine.
With some
You each Well, no, sorry. This is a range attack, so I can't help this.
these twos, yeah. With a 3, a 7, a 4, and a 2.
Wow.
They are not going to do anything.
My shield defender should help against that.
They just sort of
maybe,
throw
but
some
It's against melee only.
balls. Everybody make me an awareness check with advantage, including Inara.
Good thing I had advantage.
I'm better at shooting, evidently. Than
I got a 16.
22.
11.
22, 11, 16. And
Correct.
Inara got. Do you get to add bless to that too?
Oh.
Yeah, if it's a check, and I still have concentration on it. It's
Yeah, I'm
D4.
gonna say you do. You didn't
18.
get hit.
It's D4.
20.
Cheater.
23.
Yeah. Oren, you think that the way that this thing has lined itself up, it's leaning on the tower again, and there is there's a weak point on the corner of this building, the high point of this building, that you might be able to somehow, if you could pull it down onto itself, it could take the whole tower out and bury itself, at least this tentacle underneath the tower, and possibly take out those guys too. It would be a hell of a shot, but you think it might be possible.
Just might be able to do it.
The weak point is the back corner.
Yeah. So you also with your roll determined that like you would have to break something on the ballista, but it might be possible to turn it around.
And then shoot the ballista.
Yeah. Or
at
you
the
could
weak point of the
Yeah, I
tower.
think you'd have, in this situation, I think you would have, and you would know that there's probably a couple of ways you could do it. You could shoot the thing and pull the rope like a pulley down, pull it down onto the tower, or you could shoot the tower directly, you could attack the tower, you could do any number of things to bring that pillar down.
So we're attacking the tower now.
Sweet. From
It's-
heroes to villains.
No,
in
it's
one round.
advanced combat. This is dynamic.
Is this how
Advanced.
I ward?
Yeah. I don't know. War was simpler before, but okay, we can turn these weapons on our friends.
The castle piece in chess is an important piece.
Yeah, it moves like this.
And it's about to move like this onto the monster.
Yes. And in the
Um,
meantime, the monster is going to slam his tentacle down across the way, catching that dude, Orin, Inara, and Julius
Oh, so glad I ran up there.
in his wake. He will also hit the tower, and the tower will take some damage as well as I think he's gonna miss most of those guys. Maybe the guy at the very bottom. Yeah. All right.
I'd attempt to.
You all need to make me a agility save.
Can I where Julius is, if it's attacking, if the tentacle is kind of coming down on both of us, can I try to just parry it out of the way? Just like try and take some of that force away from where it was going to hit Julius.
I would
Or
say
at the very least, I just
you would
raise
have
my
to
shield.
shove Julius out of the way at this point.
I can do that.
This thing is like coming
You're
down.
just like,
I'm not opposed. I'm raising my shield to push Julius out of the way.
into the column, and
That's how.
no, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
okay, so
yeah,
make-
you're
you
right
make
next
me
to
an
the
athletics
column. It
check.
could work.
Make an athletics check to shove Julius out of the way.
Do I have a D4 still for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and by doing this, you will be at disadvantage for your agility save.
Okay.
for the save for the tentacle.
Yeah,
I've got some adaptive tactics here because
Okay.
it might be the third
Talk
round
me
of
through your
combat
shenanigans.
potentially.
We
Like
love
I might
shenanigans.
have advantage on my physical checks now because we've been in combat
okay,
for a number of rounds.
okay. I'll buy it.
Hear me out.
I'll buy it. You have advantage on the athletics check, and it's a straight up agility save.
You just talk it out. You just talk, and I get the D4.
Hey man, time's on the clock. We're on the clock, buddy.
You have
You can gloat later.
You have 7 minutes left.
Dirty 20 plus 25. 25 on my
25
athletics.
total. Yeah.
25 on my athletics.
Okay.
And then I had to do what was the next one?
Agility.
Agility save.
You get the D4 also.
6 plus
That number.
8.
8. Okay. So you do not jump out of the way. So you will take the full brunt of this attack.
But I pushed him out of the way a little
You
bit.
pushed him out of the way. So you will. You can still make your agility save to take a quarter damage from
Okay.
what it is.
13, 15.
15. That's enough. So you take 2 points of damage, which is a quarter. Half is 4. Full is 8.
Woof.
Woof.
That just comes like
Self-sacrifice.
right behind me in the ballista, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
it just lands
man.
right next to you guys. And Inara needs to make her agility save. Well, 17. Nice.
That was close.
So yeah, she only takes half, so she takes 4 points of damage. Okay. Fantastic.
Shoved on the ground.
And then everyone, and that dude in the
Dead.
middle is dead. And Inara is prone. Will is now. You guys are both on the ground and exposed, I think is the proper term.
I'm not touching that one.
Now's not the time for a nap, Orin.
Yes. And
Inara, are you
you made
okay?
your save, so you're not prone. No, she made her save. You did not make your save, so you're exposed. She is not. That's how that's going to happen. Delightful. Great. And then, all right. Next actions. What are we doing? Shooting the ballista with the rope again?
I don't know. What are you
Yeah,
talking
There's a
about?
weak point on the tower, and if we can't defeat this thing on our own. You talked about it just being a tentacle of a larger thing. Like, we need to think bigger, and this tower is weak. If we can find the weak point, which I think is right there, and somehow bring it down on this thing, I'm saying this all from the ground, then I think we can, like, two birds, one stone. Like, we can be done with this thing.
Hold on a second.
Yeah. As you throw up some of your innards.
Can I make it a
piece of his kidney comes out in the middle of it.
Can I make an investigation check with advantage then after he tells me to
Yes, you
get the
can.
weak point?
Yes.
Go ahead, you do that, and then I'll see you at my piece.
Why can't these be disadvantage rolls? Double 18s, man.
Yeah, right?
Ooh.
So it's a 23 to see what he's jabbering about.
All right. Yeah, you see that where this thing is, if you could get it to come down on the tower, it would take the tower and it would probably, it would bring the tower down on itself, which is sort of counterintuitive to what it's trying to do. It's trying to destroy it, but it might take itself out as well.
It'll probably take all those guys out.
All right, so I then
you
get
could-
out of my seat and I shove the ballista so I can aim it that way.
Okay. So you're gonna need to break it to make it go
Yep.
that way, break the
I'm gonna
track
try
it's
it.
on.
Break it to make it.
So make a
D4.
yeah. I guess
Advantage.
just straight up either athletics.
I don't know if it's advantage.
Dude, it's
Same.
call it athletics, I guess.
Sure.
Or it's an attack roll. Make it just a regular attack.
It's not terrible. Dirty. Regular attack?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Awesome. Great. So you see Ravi picks up one of the spars and just shoves it into the track that this thing is rotating on. You see you hear wood splinter and crack. And now this thing sort of lists to the side, but it does turn around.
It's fine.
now.
It's fine.
You can push it.
And then I hop back in the seat.
All right.
Or I put the bolt in.
Are you aiming at the building or the
At
what are you aiming?
at the building at the weak
column.
point.
Okay, great. So you're going to shoot a ballista across the way, right into the awesome, great. Yeah, then make an attack check because you're sitting in the seat.
Yeah, I
I'll say
move
with
it.
advantage,
I
you still
throw
got
the
a guy,
ballista. I
sort
throw the
of-
bolt in. I wind it up real quick. I
For
jump
sure.
in all
Yep.
flourishy and I'm like, I had something cool for this,
I had something for this.
but no one's watching.
I'll call you.
I'm
Harris.
listening, Ravi. I'm listening.
Looks like
I'm on-
sushi's back on the menu, boys.
Mama gonna get her sushi.
Inara, watch this. Hey, babe. I got this.
I flip my hair.
Nice. Make sure you do it first. But.
Ooh. I mean, it is a tower, but we'll see. That's an 11.
Okay, so at this point,
Okay. Yes.
As I see him failing.
no, I just see the glancing blow, but I feel like well, I shouldn't assume it's a glancing blow. When I hulk out into bear form, does that increase my might?
I believe it does. What's your
Or-
mic currently?
Yeah, didn't you
It's
took down the stats last time?
2. I did, but so basically, then I'm hoping that between it and me hulking out and trying to ram or push this tower, that's gonna be what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna say for Anara, and then turn into some
Kind of
And
time
Bear
it.
Yeah.
Julius comes out.
yeah. And Bear Julius is just gonna go charging at
Dancing. He's
Is
dancing.
that a new
out.
Well,
Bear Julius?
he has to
No,
dance.
that's the same one we've been
Yeah,
using.
I'm gonna dance
Oh,
in a
have we used
circle
that?
and be like,
Yeah, I was gonna paint him. I just haven't painted it yet.
and then I'm just gonna charge, try to charge the weak point of the tower.
Nice.
I'm sure this is gonna go well.
Great. Okay, so I will say that your glancing blow did do a little bit of damage
hit?
because it's a building. It's not going anywhere.
Fair.
But it just doesn't do as much damage as if you hit that.
I mean, I did
critical
break
point,
the
right?
ballista. So.
Yeah. So it did a little bit of damage, and then you
It's
see
kinda
this
tilted.
bear roll in, and you just shoulder barrel roll in barrel roll into it.
barrel roll. Yeah, I
Okay.
just kind of put my charging, put my shoulder
Okay.
into it.
So it's already weakened, so we'll definitely give you advantage on this. But make me an attack check,
Great.
or let's call it an athletics check because that'll
Okay.
be additional because your might is now 3, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's like maxed.
Got you. Ugh.
Yeah, that's what mine was.
I know. I wish
It is a
were...
fucking building. I mean, it's not easy. Yeah.
I know, but I just didn't roll well.
Yeah.
Like, it would be sweet if I did. It's still a decent roll, though. 13. Let me see. Plus 3, 15, 18.
An
That's not
18?
nothing.
Yeah.
Nice. That is actually enough. And as the timer went off, you see Julius barrel into this thing and just sort of glancing
Right as the ballista.
right into it. The ballista's coming up on it, and they both hit sort of on either side of where this critical point is. And you see the tower like begin to rumble a little bit more.
Yes!
The tentacle is like wrapped around it, and these sea elves are like jumping over this monster at the same time and trying to get down to you guys. And suddenly the floor just gives out from under them. And you see, and more of that tower falls in, and you see it this time. It lands on top of the tentacle, pushing it further under the water. The elves disappear, and a huge echoing cheer rings out from around the bay that Bronze Gate is defending, and you start to see like fireworks and shit going off from all the
get out.
turrets around the city.
I'm like
and
flaming with
people
like
are
a
like-
lightning sword. So I get out and I stand on the ballista and I look at all the ships and I'm like, yeah!
yeah, and it's very, and everyone's like,
I'll just go pick up Ravi. Like, yeah!
Oh God!
yeah.
What's happening?
I'm just laying on the ground. I watch the arrow, I watch the bear, and then the fireworks. I'm just laying on the ground. I'm like, cool.
Nice. And then you see General Thaniel is cheering with everybody, and all these dudes are, like they're all, you see the Kraken, you see like sort of whatever's left of the Kraken is sort of like underneath the water, like a little wake, a ripple in the water as it like goes back out to sea. General Thaniel comes up and says, he comes up to you guys, and Inara is with you guys too, like, "Rah!" And everyone's cheering, and he goes,
What a smashing way to start off Kraken Fest! Well done, everyone!
Yeah, bro! Yeah, bro! Oh God! Sorry!
Sorry, sir.
Sorry! I just got a little carried away. Someone will come get you.
excellent. You have successfully defended the first round of Kraken Fest from Bronze Gate.
Kraken Fest. Is this like an annual thing? Like this is just a party? What is going on?
Yeah, what is going on?
What is going on?
Is this just like Mardi Gras?
I think that's the title of the episode. What's going on? What's going on?
Like, well,
And I
yes.
say,
Well, I suppose because it is your first time here that we are saying that you didn't know it was happening. I suppose it probably was a bit scary, but it is rather life-threatening. But this is Krakenfest. It is a war game that we have devised to test the military readiness of our city. And you have very skillfully helped us win the first day of the
that was
war
a
game.
test? That was a game?
Take off my
Absolutely, yes.
helmet.
Chonk, chonk. Oh yes.
Is that like your pet?
Well, no. The aquatic elves tend to bring the monster, whatever it is.
Are they?
They're on our side. The
Well,
purples.
no, not in the war games. They are from Marina, they're our sister nation, and that is their prerogative to try to give us the best form of attack and to test our metal and readiness.
Well, that metal went down. I point at the tower.
Yes, we have to get started on the repairs immediately.
All the other elves that we saw, are they dead?
Oh, quite dead. Yes.
Okay.
I just like look at Inara. Like, the fuck?
A fork.
Did you know about this?
I sort of put two and two together, but it is, a way that the Bronze Gatians are the center of military power for Inara, and they are this is a fairly regular occurrence.
Well, if we won the first round, then we feast.
Yes, we have until daybreak tomorrow to prepare ourselves.
So how
for
many
the-
days does this go on for?
3 days, supposedly.
Who's the champion last year?
I believe the Kraken
who
won
won?
last year.
So they won. The Aquatic Elves won.
Yes.
Last
yes.
year.
The Marinans won. Yeah.
Was it 2-1? Like, is it best of 3 days? What's
The record is
no? Like
I-
the 3 days. Like, so who wins that? Is it whoever
best
wins
of,
the most?
best of 3.
Best of 3 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if we win tomorrow, then we win.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
I think so. This is my first time. I've not played in the games.
No, I'm talking to Homeboy.
Oh yes. Yes, absolutely. That is exactly how it works. Yes. If we win tomorrow, then the third day does not need to happen.
Sick. Let's
We
do
have-
this.
We have all saved quite a few lives. Your magically inclined, your elven friend. This who
Oh, she's the Oracle.
you see his little mustache. He's like, I'm sorry. What? What? Your Majesty. And he like does this deep bow. To
Sorry,
her.
was I not
To
supposed
be.
to out
Oracle
you?
to be.
Yeah, we're
This is-
escorting her to the Gold Point.
So we might not be able to stay for tomorrow's festivities.
Oh, we're staying.
What?
Ravi, this is serious stuff. People got hurt and died during these games.
No,
I-
we got to win.
My lady, I cannot believe you would come from the capital after so recently returning and to participate in the games is such an honor. I am without words, my lady. Anything we can do to help you is I am so pleased. And after and he's
Gonna
just
be
like, he's
okay
just
there,
like
man?
falling over himself.
General Thaniel, sit down, sir.
Yeah. Here's a paper bag. Breathe into it, man. I think that works.
I just shove him off. That's enough of
Not
that guy.
again.
Yeah, and he says, I mean, to after your coronation was just yesterday, and here you are at Bronzegate to bless us with your presence. I am beyond words. And she says, what? My coronation? He says, yes, we just got word of it happening yesterday after you returned ahead of the envoy with your brother.
Well, I mean, that was
The coronation was pushed up to yesterday.
true.
And then you decided to come down here for Krakenfest. Delightful.